Namaste and welcome to GAP. Today we are going to discuss about biodiversity heritage sites of India. In the end we will tell you which are the new biodiversity heritage sites of India. So, be with us in this exciting and informational journey. Biodiversity heritage sites, BHS, are specific areas of ecological importance that have been identified and conserved in India. These sites are areas of high ecological and biodiversity significance recognized by the Government of India for their unique and irreplaceable values. BHS are considered to be important areas for biodiversity conservation and sustainable development. They provide a range of ecological, cultural, and socio-economic benefits and are recognized as key components of India's natural heritage. At present, there are 36 biodiversity heritage sites in India. So that means BHS may comprise of any one or more of the following components: richness of wild as well as domesticated species or intraspecific categories, presence of rare and threatened species, keystone species, species of evolutionary significance, wild ancestors of domestic or cultivated species or their varieties, vast preeminence of biological components represented by fossil beds and have significant cultural, ethical or aesthetic values and are important for the maintenance of cultural diversity, with or without a long history of human association with them. What are the characteristics of BHS? High biodiversity. BHS have a high degree of biodiversity and contain a large number of plant and animal species, including endemic and endangered species. Unique ecosystems. These sites have unique ecosystems, such as forests, wetlands, grasslands, and other habitats that support diverse and complex ecological processes. Cultural significance. Many BHS in India have cultural and traditional importance, such as sacred groves, pilgrimage sites, and traditional conservation areas that have been conserved for centuries. Aesthetic value. BHS are often known for their scenic beauty, including landscapes, water bodies, and other natural features that are visually appealing. Sustainable use of natural resources. BHS promote the sustainable use of natural resources and traditional conservation practices, which contribute to the conservation of biodiversity and the livelihoods of local communities. Conservation measures. BHS are conserved through various measures, including legal protection, community participation, awareness raising, research, and monitoring. Identification and conservation of BHS. The Biodiversity Management Committees, BMCs, at the local level are responsible for identifying and recommending areas that have high biodiversity value as BHS. The State Biodiversity Boards, SBBs, then approve these recommendations. BHS are conserved through various measures such as habitat restoration, afforestation, and the promotion of sustainable practices. Local communities are involved in the conservation efforts and are encouraged to participate in the management of the BHS. What is Section 37 of the Biological Diversity Act? Section 37 of the Biological Diversity Act, 2002, pertains to the establishment of a National Biodiversity Authority, NBA, in India. The NBA is a statutory autonomous body headquartered in Chennai, under the Ministry of Environment and Forests, Government of India, established in 2003 to implement the provisions under the Act. State Biodiversity Boards, SBB, has been created in 29 states along with 31,574 biological management committees for each local body across India. NBA was established under this section to regulate access to biological resources and associated knowledge, as well as to ensure equitable sharing of benefits arising from their use. The NBA is responsible for granting approvals for access to biological resources and associated knowledge, and also for ensuring that the benefits arising from their use are shared fairly and equitably with the providers of those resources and knowledge. The NBA is also tasked with promoting conservation and sustainable use of biological resources in India, as well as with implementing the provisions of the Act at the national level. The National Biodiversity Authority has wide-ranging powers to achieve the objectives of the Act, including the power to regulate access to biological resources and associated knowledge, to grant approvals for such access, and to impose penalties for non-compliance with the provisions of the Act. The NBA is also authorized to take measures for the conservation and sustainable use of biological resources and associated knowledge, and to promote research and development in this area. Now, you may ask which are the new beaches in India. The Biodiversity Heritage Sites, BHS, of India were in the news in April 2023 because the Indian government announced plans to increase the number of BHS in the country. The Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change announced that the government has identified 25 new potential BHS across India and would work towards declaring them as BHS. West Bengal has notified 4 new biodiversity heritage sites, taking the total to 8, the highest number in India. The sites are unique ecosystems with rich biodiversity. So, the 4 new biodiversity heritage sites of West Bengal are Char Balidanga, located in the Kaliganj block of Nadia. Char Balidanga comprises 2 islands spread across 115 acres. The area has tropical riverine vegetation with tall grasses and trees, along with swampy flat land covered with algal mats, which are periodically inundated with tidal ebbs. Char Balidanga is home to almost 100 species of birds, golden monitor lizards, and golden jackals. Namthing Pokhri is a natural Himalayan wetland in the Kurseong block of Darjeeling district in West Bengal, covering an area of 11.9 acres. The site is home to the Himalayan salamander. Amkhoi Wood Fossil Park is near Ilambazar in Birbhum and spreads across 10 hectares. The park has unique geological and paleobotanical features. State Horticulture Research and Development Station. The State Horticulture Research and Development Station is in Krishnanagar, Nadia, covering 97.88 acres. The site hosts indigenous horticulture germplasm of orchard trees. Overall, biodiversity heritage sites play a significant role in maintaining the ecological, cultural, and economic well-being of the country. The conservation of BHS is essential for preserving the rich biodiversity and cultural heritage of India for future generations. So, this brings to the end of today's session. I hope I have been able to make you understand about biodiversity heritage sites in India and its overall perspective. If you have any questions for us, you can comment in the comment section or email us. We would be happy to help. Thank you for your time. Stay safe and stay happy.